Thank you, James. And, this is a thing where I think the inexperience really shows through. And these two guys have done excellent work. And it's almost like it's been a false positive that they've really have played to their strengths and hidden their weaknesses. And one of those things is rushing. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed have had really impeccable timing. When you think about some of the spots, especially at Braun with the spears and the one on Penta where he jumped off and got speared in midair and other things. So I think in this regard, maybe backstage or even in rehearsal, they really didn't go through what's most important when it comes to a double team move like a choke slam, a power bomb like the Shield power bomb through a table, that you need to get cues from each other. You need to take your time and do the ready, set, go, down, up, down type thing. Those two little elements of looking at each other right here and saying, ready, 1, 2, 3, down, up, choke slam through there. So let's take a look. Okay, they're already going. I'm going to back it up. The minute they hook Punk here, what they should be doing right here is making sure that they're looking at each other to say, ready to go, down, up, and put them through the table. Unfortunately, what happens is Bronson Reed wants to go before Braun Breaker's set. So as you look right here, they got here, and their hand placement is all wrong. So here's what it should be. They're using the chest. Braun Breaker has the throat, upper chest. Bronson Reed is underneath him right there. So right away, you may not even have a balanced bump. So as it goes in slow motion, Punk is jumping because he's feeling Braun Breaker's rushing with the choke slam bump. So he's trying to jump as Bronson Reed is squatting down. So Bronson Reed thinks it's the hold, down, up, down. Braun Breaker snatch straight up. Punk's feeling the push and going, do I jump up when the other guy is going down? So there's two opposite forces going right there. Unfortunately, and also, look, Punk doesn't even have a chance to post. So what happens is, during this part, before this actually, they hook, they throw it. Taker and Kane are a prime example. Throw both the arms over. They got the hand on the throat and the chest area. They look at each other. They both squat down, push up, choke slam. The squat is where the height comes from. The lower you squat, the higher the choke slam, and the bigger the bump into the table. But mostly I put it on Braun Breaker for rushing and thinking they had to do that. It's literally an extra 3 seconds to do that, maybe 5 in stages. The first stage is double over the head, then look at the guy and your heads are past him. So what he has a chance to do there is put a hand on each shoulder, then post up, straight up in the air, and clear himself for a flat bump and enough momentum and height to break the table. And that's not what happened. So they basically just showed how green Braun Breaker is by rushing the spot. Maybe they said, hey, you guys got to go home, hurry up, go home. And that was in his ear, so he ended up rushing. This is the first, this is the first time I've seen Braun Breaker get exposed for being green and inexperienced. And you know what? Not a big deal. It went wrong, but everything else around the finish and all the layers and all the things done to perfection with Charles Robinson, the bully of the WWE, the biggest bully in WWE history, then other things happening with Seth Rollins and the cash-in and Cena with the belt, all done to perfection. Everybody got protected everybody, came out of that with something as far as business. Nobody got buried, but of course, this can stand out as what went wrong, but I don't think it hurt the match.
So because in my mind, it doesn't suit the characters of Bron and Bronson to be doing a choke slam. So I don't know, what's the best way of lifting somebody up? So if they're doing it one hand each, essentially, where should the hands be? On the chest? Under the arms? Where's the easiest place to do a double team sort of lift in that sense?
I think that the best thing would have been to both one grab the throat, the other put his hand over the hand so they are on even ground. What happens when you have two people, it's kind of like a double backdrop with people with two different heights. Not going to be good, right? Because somebody's posting, you're posting on two shoulders that are two different heights. Braun and Bronson are about the same height. That's good. But Punk needs to put his hands on the shoulder to literally go as high as he can up in the air and therefore take a good back bump. Them grabbing the chest allows this. Here, they're static. That you can slip with that, and there's a ton of sweat on Punk, so that's another thing. You're right there. The only other thing I would say would be, if you really want to protect and he can't post, you grab him by the throat and you put each outside hand under his armpit. Then you go up with that, and then you're both pushing him up. Boom. But the very first cue for both guys, whether you're doing this, arm over, he's posting on the shoulders, is to look at each other, squat down together, come up, and then the bump. It's 5 extra seconds. But Braun Breaker, I think the ref said, gotta go home. Come on, gotta go home. And that was it. And it scared him. It spooked him in a way where he had to rush.
Now, I don't know if I've seen this on like an older episode of Raw. I'm very sure. In fact, I can even tell you where it was. It was DX before the New Age Outlaws had joined, so it's Shawn and Triple H, and then the Outlaws as well, and they were power bombing. I think Road Warrior Animal. It was one of the Road Warriors, but I think Animal through the single announce table as there was on Raw is War at the time, and you can actually see them, or you can hear them going, "Ready, 1, 2, 3." Down, and he made it as safe as possible. Does anybody count themselves into doing the slams? Just make sure it's absolutely foolproof these days, or would that be frowned upon?
But here's the thing. It doesn't, in my mind, you could say, I guess it's 6 of one, half a dozen the other. You can say it exposes the business. I dare say it's a team of guys working together. You ready? We're going to put them through the table. 1, 2, 3, go. You know what I mean? That's where I see it as he's selling, he's out. Punk is selling, Punk is out. You guys are a team, but you still need to communicate to each other. I don't see it as a big deal. Now, if you said, Animal, are you ready? Brother? Okay, we're going to powerbomb you. Hey, remember to tuck your chin. Now we're in business exposing territory.